Sadly, over the weekend, Terry Brunk, aka the homicidal, genocidal, suicidal Sabu, one of the main innovators of hardcore wrestling, passed away at the age of 60. Very young. But sadly for wrestlers, that seems to be around the age where a lot of them do pass on. But RIP to one of the greatest to ever do it. If this guy never got into wrestling, we wouldn't have the hardcore scene in wrestling as we do now. RIP to Sabu. We opened up Raw with CM Punk down in the ring, saying how he blames himself first and foremost over everything that has currently happened with Paul Heyman, Seth Rollins and everything else. He brought up the past where he was like, I always forgive my friends. This is not the first time that Paul Heyman has done this to me. He brought up the fact that it was 12 years ago that Paul Heyman actually went against CM Punk then. And as soon as Punk was about to go into another laundry list of things of that he doesn't want to do, Paul Heyman came on down and obviously he wasn't very happy. But before Paul Heyman could even get a word out, he said his signature, my name is Paul Heyman, and CM Punk cut him off. He was like, no, you do not get to do this. You do not get to come down here and say all of this stuff to me. Obviously with that, we then had Seth Rollins coming on down, folks, looking rather dapper in this. Is that snakeskin? But anyway, in this rather fetching outfit. And CM Punk was like, as long as I'm here and I'm standing on 2 feet, you will never be the champion. Obviously, this made Seth Rollins feel a little bit on the other side of like, no, you don't tell me what to do. I'm going to have to take you out. So that's what he tried doing. He set Bron Breakker loose on CM Punk. Now these two, they were going at it. Seth came into the ring and obviously it was 2-on-1. But then we had Sami Zayn jump in to make it 2-on-2. Sami Zayn got knocked out by Bron Breakker, and as Bron grabbed Punk, put him on his knees, Seth Rollins was handed a chair by Paul Heyman. But with all of that, heavyweight champion Jey Uso came on down and he evened the score, super kicking the chair into Seth, and then Punk, Sami Zayn and Uso were standing tall. It was actually a very good opening for Raw, and to be honest with you, we're not going to see the end of this for this episode of Raw because something happens a little later on. But a great opener to make us go into the show thinking, alright, we're on a good path. We then rolled straight into our first match of the night, folks, and it was the always incredible Penta taking on American-made Chad Gable. Obviously, with all of this, these two are going on with Grande Americano, costing Penta the Intercontinental Championship at Backlash last weekend. Penta wanted a bit of action to take out the animosity that he has towards him. Obviously, though, Grande Americano is doing a tour of Mexico, so Chad Gable took his place. Now, before the match kicked off, we actually had Pat McAfee make his way back to the commentary desk. Michael Cole did the opening part himself, but Pat McAfee was like, nope, I've been cleared to come back to the commentary table and let's get on with the show. Well, what can we say? Penta, Chad Gable. Great match overall. These two are some of the best going. We got some great high spots in this match, inside and outside of the ring. For me though, sadly, I did want this match to go on a little longer than it was, because these two, whenever they're in the ring, they always just put on one hell of a show. One of the great spots in this, we actually got Chad Gable shouting out, Lucha Libre sucks, which is kind of interesting because I set it as a high point because, well, he absolutely loves Grande Americano, who is Lucha Libre, you know? So we got that by there, but the best spot of the entire match, Penta did a code breaker on Chad Gable in midair. Gable was coming off with a flying headbutt, and Penta got the code breaker in, and it just looked spectacular. But with this as well, we also got Chad Gable pulling off a beautiful looking moonsault. But Penta hit the Mexican Destroyer and got the 1-2-3 for the win. Like I said though, sadly I do wish this match went on a little bit longer, but overall a great and solid first match. I've drank my fair share of energy drinks, obviously, you know, Red Bull, Rockstar, Monster, all the likes, we've had them all. My most favourite is Monster Energy, but at this moment in time, I have actually been turned on to Rogue Energy. Now with this, I was actually just given a couple of sachets by a friend of mine, and she was like, try these. You know, they're great tasting and they're not as sugary as some of the other ones. Well, Rogue Energy is what I'm drinking now, folks, and to be honest with you, it is always great fun, and I was actually really surprised at how great their hydration and their chill ones are. I'm not much into the energy one, you know, the Rogue Energy, but the Rogue Hydration and the Rogue Chill ones, they got some of the best flavors out there. If you want to give it a try, you can actually sign up for a free tester. You will actually have to pay the postage and packaging though, which again, depending on where you are in the world, it can be anywhere from $6 to $12. And with that, you obviously get a shaker and you can choose 5 different flavors of the hydration, chill, or the energy. Link below, folks. Give it a go if you fancy it. Let us know if you like it or not. Now back to the show. Next up, we actually had a little backstage segment between the Judgment Day, and Dom told Finn that he almost cost him the championship at Backlash because he hesitated when he had the chair about to hit Penta. Finn backfired with, "You're sounding paranoid, a bit like how Ripley and Damien were when they were champions and they were with us." With this, we are definitely going to see Finn against Dirty Dom for the IC belt at some point, and to be honest with you, I can't wait for it. Finn is one of the best in the business. Like I said the other day, Dirty Dom is on his way to becoming one of the greatest of all time. The guy hasn't even hit his prime yet, and the match he put on at Backlash at Penta, the best match of his entire career so far. It was just that good. But then, the actual segment ended with a brilliant bit of comedy, with Carlito, Raquel and JD showing and demonstrating how the Earth and Sun makes time zones. And Dom was just like, "Oh, right, okay." And it was just absolutely hilarious. Our second match of the evening, folks, was the War Raiders taking on the Creed brothers from American Made. Now, with this, sadly, the entire match just didn't pop. There's nothing on the guys in the ring. They did a great job, but the crowd were just not behind it, sadly, which sucks because they can't work off what is working, what's going over, what the crowd likes. But the New Day came on down as they were guest commentators, and they did a phenomenal job, I will say. But obviously with this, they actually took out, well, they didn't really take out, they distracted the War Raiders, I think is probably the best way to describe it. So American Made, the Creed brothers, got the 1, 2, 3, and more than likely, we will be seeing these guys as the number 1 contenders for the Tag Team Championships against the New Day. After the tag team match, we actually got confirmation that at Saturday night main event in 2 weeks' time, we will be seeing CM Punk teaming with Sami Zayn going up against Bron Breakker and Seth Rollins. Now that will be a fun little match to watch. But obviously the main event of Saturday night main event is this man right by here, Jey Uso, going on against Logan Paul. And this is what this little segment was all about. Jey came down to the ring and he actually dressed down Logan Paul, and he said about the cheap shot that he did last week after the bell, and basically just said he's going to deal with a YouTuber. Then Gunther's music hit and Gunther made his way down to the ring. Gunther actually told him that this pressure you're getting, you're going to have a lot more, and there's a huge target now on your back. But Uso took it all in his stride and he said, "Once I take care of this YouTuber, the ring general and main event Jey Uso will run it back." And with that, Gunther actually confirmed it. He goes, "Well, whoever wins at main event will be facing me on June the 9th at Raw." That's what he said. And I was like, ooh, that's interesting. They're going to have a main event match on Raw where I can't see Gunther winning it back. If he does, they'll probably get the rematch then at Night of Champions or something like that. But with this, though, it was a good little segment. And it was nice to see that Jey is still coming through the crowd. Obviously, when he's been having matches recently, he's coming from the backstage area. But with Jey, it always goes well when he comes down through the crowd because he can interact with everyone and they all love it. After the little Jey Uso segment, we had, for me anyway, the match of the night. Finn Balor, AJ Styles, the two former leaders of the Bullet Club, two of the best to ever wrestle. They took each other on, and for me it was one hell of a match. It was on the level that if it was on any PLE, WrestleMania included, it could steal the show. And to be honest with you, whenever these two do get in the ring, if it's against each other or anyone else, they will always make the best looking match no matter what, because they are that talented. Hell, Finn Balor was in the match of the WrestleMania weekend, for me anyway, the Fatal 4-Way for the IC Championship. And seeing now that obviously these two are going to have a go at each other, because Finn Balor was like, I'll take out AJ Styles for you, Dom, because AJ wants the belt. So with this, it was kind of a bit like, ooh, what's going to happen? Obviously, Finn did come down to the ring with JD and Carlito, but Dirty Dom was nowhere to be seen. But like I said, with this, top tier, 5-star match, and it was just so good. The only issue that I had with it is that Penta got involved, but it was a little bit late. He took out Carlito and JD, and AJ Styles was able to get the phenomenal forearm and get the win. But out of everything, it's going to be interesting to see how Finn Balor now handles the Dirty Dom situation. Mostly because Dirty Dom was not there. And Finn knew it as well. But like I said, great match of the night for myself, and I just want to see these two go against each other for the rest of eternity. They've already had 5-star matches galore in the past. I just want more. We then had a short but sweet promo from Becky Lynch, who has now gone all Joker on us. Heath Ledger's Joker to be precise. She's just brought up everything that the crowd is against her, whatever the crowd says she is that's what she is now. And she also brought up Lyra and saying, well, she may have won on the weekend, but the thing is though, I'm still standing, she went to the hospital, so who really won? Great bit of heel talk there as well, saying, well, I'm here, she's not, I won. A bit like how the bad guy, Chael Sonnen, did it when he beat Anderson Silva. Well, you know, when he threw something like 400 punches to like 20, and obviously Silva got the win because he made Sonnen tap out. But that's back in the past, and obviously with this, saying how it's going all Joker on us, she said that she is now just going to watch everything burn, and she will hold down the female locker room as the fire burns brighter and hotter. Great little promo by heel Becky, which is showing to be that she is on another level when it comes to mic work and how to get her character across. Out of everyone, for me, she is on the Mountain Rushmore for female talent from the mic. She is just phenomenal. Hell, she could even come over to the male side because she is that damn good. Now we get to our main event of the evening, folks, and it was Roxanne Perez and Julia taking on Rhea Ripley and women's champion Io Sky. If Balor and AJ didn't wrestle tonight, this would have been match of the night because it was such a good match. It was phenomenal. But again, with these guys, any of these people, these 4 women in the ring, like AJ and Finn, they put a match on and it's going to be top tier no matter what. Obviously, for all of this, as Rhea Ripley made her way to the ring, the pop she got was just absolutely insane. Biggest pop of the night. She hasn't really been on TV for a week or two now because obviously last week she was in Australia promoting the return down there. But the main event, it went without a hitch. It was absolutely superb. And this match also showed that Roxanne Perez and Julia, they deserve to be on the main roster. They need to just get rid of NXT from them now and say, right, you're coming over to Raw, because even though they've lost in the last couple of weeks, the amount of effort that these guys have put in. And Perez and Julia, it seems like they've tag teamed together for years. That's just how fluid it was. It was absolutely great. Obviously with this one though, Ripley and Sky always on top form, and they just elevated the match even more above what Roxanne and Julia gave them. Obviously with this one we did get Ripley and Io Sky getting the win, with Ripley hitting the headbutt and then the Riptide for the 1, 2, 3. Like I said, great match, great main event, and it was a hell of a way to end the show. Overall for me, Raw was awesome this week, and I will be giving it a rating of 8.9 out of 10, which is actually better than Backlash. But again though, Backlash, it went well, dipped in the middle, and then dipped towards the end with the Cena and Randy Orton match. But with this one, we got so much information going into Saturday Night Main Event, which is happening in 2 weeks' time. Obviously, we got the tag match between Punk, Sami Zayn against Rollins and Breakker. We've got Jey Uso taking on Logan Paul, and it wouldn't surprise me if we see Rhea Ripley and Sky maybe tag teaming again against these two ladies here, Roxanne Perez and Julia. Let us know what you liked about Raw, folks, down below. If you are new, like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.